Hi, this is Brett Ridgway with sfsbookstore.com, and today's Copywriting Classics Quick Tip number 23. This session of Copywriting Classics Quick Tips covers a critical issue of writing for the web and is contributed courtesy of Paul Myers, who writes an excellent e-zine I recommend you subscribe to. More about Paul at the end of today's session. There was a discussion on one of the forums a couple years ago about the perils and difficulties of importing offline marketing techniques to the net without understanding the distinctions between the two. There is a rich source of anti-connectivity landmines for a lot of companies. The most seriously affected are people with offline direct marketing experience. That's where all the spam from legit companies comes from. If the reaction to spam isn't a clue to the dangers of direct translation of the techniques, I don't know what is. Example, writing for the web. Let's put a more direct how-to example forth and see if it helps make this clearer. One of the common questions I get comes up in discussions that go something like this. Me. This copy would work fine in print, but it isn't going to work on a website. Client. What? Why not? They're the same words. Me. Do you listen to radio programs over your phone? Client. Huh? Of course not. Me. Why not? It's just sound in both, right? Isn't a cell phone just a fancy one-to-one radio? Client. That's not the same thing. Me. That's true, but how is it different? Client. I don't know what you mean. Me. You're the one who said it's different. How is it different? Client. That's not what phones are for. Me. Bingo. I don't get it. You're expecting a different thing when you use your phone than you are when you turn on the radio, right? Isn't that really what's different? Client. That's my point. Me. You're in a different state. People are in different states of mind when they read stuff online as opposed to on paper. There's even a difference between the state they're in when reading email as opposed to web pages. You're kidding. Nope. I don't believe this. Are you telling me that the rules for good copy are all different online? Am I going to have to rewrite everything completely? Not at all. Just tweak it so it fits. How? And that really is the magic question. Good copywriting skills are virtually the same online as off. I'm not going to try and teach them all in a session like this. I'm going to show you how to make them work better online. If you're one of those people who have trouble communicating via email, and there are a lot of them, this might be very helpful for you also. It's all in a simple exercise. Grab a book, a piece of postal mail, and a newspaper. Then come back to your computer. Fire up your browser and open it to a web page, but don't read it yet. In order, one right after the other, read 1. An article in the newspaper. 2. A page from the book. 3. The postal letter. 4. Any short email. And 5. The web page. When you're done, only after you've actually done the exercise, come back to the next section. If you weren't writing copy for the net, you might not need to explore that beyond seeing that it actually happens. If you're writing copy for the net, go back and do the same thing again. This time, be aware of how you feel in each state. Don't analyze it, just be aware of it. Now, read this list and experience just for a second or two. The state you were in when you were reading the corresponding material, newspaper, book, letter, email, and web page. Do this sequence of exercises until you're familiar with the different feel of each. Then when you're finished writing your copy, simply go back and adjust it to match the feel of email or the web as needed. It may help to email it to yourself or put it on a web page to get into state. The needed changes are more obvious this way. If your fundamental copywriting skills are solid, this can create a significant improvement in your response rates. It's the cheapest boost in conversion you'll ever get. Paul Myers is a copywriter whose online work has created millions of dollars in sales for his clients. He's also the author of The Amazing List Machine, a guide to advanced techniques for generating large amounts of highly targeted subscribers, leads, and traffic. For other great resources on advertising, copywriting, and marketing, please visit www.sfsbookstore.com. Thank you.